This knot is called the square knot. It itself is a variation of the overhand knot, although it is tied a little bit differently. To tie it, you start off with 2 working ends, and you cross those ends in the middle, like so. Once you've done that, you take one or the other working end, and you make it match the opposite side. In this example, I have both ends of the cord on top. Then you take the remaining working end and put it inside of the loop that you've created. Once you pull that through, you should have 2 bites that tighten on each other once you pull them tight. That creates a square knot. I'll show you one more time. Start off with 2 working ends, cross them in the middle. One working end goes around. Then the 2 sides of the cord should be either both on top, both on the bottom. The remaining working end goes inside of the bite that's been created. Then you have 2 bites that slide on each other and tighten into a square knot when it's pulled tight. If you look at it, it looks the same on the front and the back. Now that is the correct way to tie a square knot. Next, I'm going to show you how you know if you have tied a square knot incorrectly. We start off doing it right. And let's say that this time, instead of putting the opposite cord on the top where it should be here, I accidentally put it on the bottom. When I pull my other cord through, I've created what's called a granny knot. This is not a good square knot. And when I pull it tight, what will happen is that my working ends will have a tendency to turn perpendicular to the rest of the cord. That's how I know I have a granny knot. You can see it doesn't look even here. There's not 2 loops. It looks like it's been twisted. So that is the wrong way to tie a square knot. That results in a granny knot. So one more time, the right way to tie a square knot is I cross my working ends, turn one working end over. I have both of the cord on the same side, either both on the top, both on the bottom. Run my working end into the loop that's been created. I have 2 bites that slide on each other and pull tight, creating a square knot. What I recommend doing at this point is taking each of the working ends and creating an overhand knot, like so, and dressing that up close. That means tightening it and making it look good, close to your square knot. So I tie an overhand knot on each side. I've got that classic pretzel shape. That's how I know I'm doing it right. Pull that up tight. And now my square knot is very secure, very firm. It will not come undone. The square knot is used to secure 2 ends of rope together. For example, if I wanted to splice a rope, I could use a square knot. If I wanted to tie something together and it brought me back with 2 working ends, and I don't need something as tight as, for example, a trucker's hitch, then I would just use a square knot secured with 2 overhand knots. That is the square knot.